Welcome, everybody. We are coming to you live from T-Mobile Park. It's Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports on 710, seattlesports.com. On the heels of a Mariners loss. They finally lost 8 in a row, unable to complete their third consecutive sweep. All right. Wasn't a great day. Wasn't stellar baseball today, but, man, hard to get too fired up about them losing when they won 8 in a row, 2 consecutive series sweeps, and a series win against the New York Mets.
Well, and I'd say this, it being selfish, it sucks for us when we come down here to interview the players and stuff. But, like, you go down in the clubhouse, and it's like, yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody's too broken up about the 8-game streak he just came off of and lost a game to Bo Bichette, just went off.
Who's been terrible this year.
Yeah, so, all of a sudden, he had his get-right game, I guess. But, yeah, I mean, it's there's a lot that happened in that 8-game streak that was a lot to like.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, there's plenty of reason to be optimistic and fired up about this team who are sitting in first place, who took 5 of 6 on this homestand. We were going into it saying, look, you got to get 4 of 6. You got to get 4 of 6 on this. And it seemed like a potential tall order when you had Arizona coming in, who were red hot. They had won 11 of 13 coming in here. They're second place in the NL West, which is a very good division with the Dodgers and the Padres, obviously, and you sweep them. And then you take 2 of 3 from the Mets. So, yeah, and that's on the heels of the A's sweep. So it's all good. Today, yeah, we'll get into some of the things that didn't go well. But, yeah, it was today you had some things that were good even in an offense that didn't have much going on. J.P. Crawford, all of a sudden he's a power hitter.
Yeah, no kidding. I was like, can we expect that from him?
I think today's was it 409, I think? 400-plus foot home run from J.P. Crawford. I mean, he's muscling up. He had 3 hits today. I mean, he's been in a groove, to say the very least.
Yeah, I was listening to the broadcast, and Goldie and Ryan were talking about the fact that he's really strong. He really actually is, and I don't know. I mean, every once in a while he unleashes his power, but he's been doing it fairly often. What's he got? 10 home runs now.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's somebody that you can start to count on. Didn't he have a year with like 18? Or was it even more than that?
Breakout year. I have to look at it. He had one breakout year where he. Would you say Lefko?
18.
I think it was 19 in 2024.
Is that what it was? Yeah. If only there were a way to find out. But
everybody's up here typing stuff into their computer, trying to race.
Yeah, it was 19 in 2023.
Yeah, 2023. Okay.
Yeah,
that was in Lefko's computer, which is his brain.
Yeah,
he had that in there.
So, 2023, he hit 19 home runs, drove in 65. He hit 12 last year, and he's already got 10 this year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and you're not looking for that from him. I mean, it's great when you get it, but you don't expect it from him. You want that guy to get on base, especially obviously when he's at the top of the lineup. And he does a great job even when he doesn't come up with a hit. It's a rare occasion you see him 3 pitches and done. Mm-hmm. That horrible at-bat where you're just whiffing or maybe he pops up, what have you. Feels like he's always seeing at least 4, 5, 6, 7 pitches. He makes the pitcher work. So he's got a 351 on base. He's been on fire. It's been a lot of fun to watch him. There's just so many great things during that win streak that, we had the game yesterday. And we tossed it off to that. We sent it off to that at the end of our show. They could get the big win last night. Get great pitching, get the offense coming to life. I mean, it was just a lot of fun to watch this team when they're playing the way you expected them to play.
Yeah, I mean, during that 8-game streak, there was a graphic that they had, before the game started. But the batting average is 293. Runs per game, 6. Run differential, plus 30. 21 home runs. I mean, I had to go back and look at that. 21 home runs.
I think that was the most they had ever hit in a 5-game stretch at T-Mobile Park or Safeco Field.
Yeah,
I believe. Was that the number?
Yeah.
And OPS 887, ERA 1.92.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all cylinders firing. now.
Yeah, a lot of fun today. Not great, but look, man, you won 8 in a row. So we all want it to keep going, and hopefully they start a new streak here. They're going to get tomorrow off and then start a very long road trip and a stretch of games where they're going to go to a 6-man rotation, abandon the piggyback for at least a little while. We'll talk about that. But the Mariners did get some positive news earlier in the day. We're going to get into that. Coming up next with Wyman and Bob live from T-Mobile Park at Seattle Sports on 710.
Have you downloaded the Seattle Sports app?
We're going to have a challenge right here.
What are you waiting for?
Listen to this.
Every pitch.
Here comes the 3-2.
Every game.
Swung on and missed. Got him.
One app for free.
How about that, folks?
The Seattle Sports app. Every game.
Julio racing back.
Right in the palm of your hands.
Makes a leap and makes the catch.
Plus the latest Mariners news, insider access, video, and podcasts.
They got it. Wow.
The Seattle Sports app.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey, you mind keeping it down up there, please?
KeyBank will meet you in that I need new neighbors moment.
Rick, it's your mortgage loan officer, Beth. I was in the neighborhood and wanted to let you know your home loan application's been approved.
Beth, you're always there for me, and not a moment too soon.
Are your neighbors bowling with grand pianos again?
And apparently raising livestock?
Ew.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 399797.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, you're listening to Wyman and Bob.
Weekdays 2 to 7.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
We are live at T-Mobile Park. It's Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports on 710, seattlesports.com. Text line is there for you at 866-979-3776. Little update on Cal Raleigh, your former favorite player, Dave.
We'll talk about that later.
He's going to begin his rehab assignment starting June 7th. So a few days away, 4 days from now. He's going to start in Everett with the Aqua Sox, and then their plan is for Cal to join Tacoma on June 9th and then play the week with the Rainiers and then make a call from there, see how he does, how he bounces back, does he need more time. So still a little bit away, but good to see he's going to be playing in some games. He's been out here. He caught a bullpen, so you saw him getting some work even while he was just out here to reunite with the guys. But he seems obviously much closer than Brendan Donovan is at this point.
Yeah, definitely. And you just sound just the way that sounded. I mean, everybody, as we know, is getting oblique injuries, so they know exactly how to treat them, right? Because there's so many of them.
So
we're getting good at it. Yeah, but the thing with Brendan Donovan's groin and all of that always just sounded like, oh man, I don't know. Early on they were like, well, he's going to do this and that, and I'm like thinking like maybe a month and a half, maybe 2 months. Whereas with Cal, I think that's pretty straightforward, and we've seen that happen before. I'm trying to remember how long it took Luke Raley after he got shot.
Yeah, he was just never right.
Yeah.
I mean, he was kind of like Cal, got off to a rough start to the season, then got hurt, and then it just completely derailed the whole season. Hopefully that's not the case with Cal, because it's kind of a similar path. Got off to a rough start. You brought up the 0 for 38. He was not himself. Then he gets hurt, comes back, gets hurt again, and then now we are where we are. But hopefully this time away, they've got it. They feel good about, hey, he's 100%, and they're not committing to anything. Here's the rehab assignments, then we'll make a call.
Yeah.
So the Donovan thing, just hearing that he's running on weightless weightless treadmill, and he hasn't even run bases yet, or it sounds like his activity is very limited. So I don't expect to see him. I mean, if we see him before the All-Star break, I'd be stunned.
Well, I'll tell you what, at 5:30, we're going to hear from a kid who makes you feel a little bit better about that.
Yeah.
I mean, you obviously would love to have. He was a big deal, Brendan Donovan was, and then I just remember how impressive it was watching him work in spring training and just seeing what he can bring to this team. So I just hope they take it slow with him. I know they will, because they're always very cautious about any of the when somebody has a sprain or a pull or whatever or tightness. But yeah, I mean that one just didn't sound right in the beginning. It didn't sound like they really knew exactly, and it wasn't like anything we'd really ever heard about.
Yeah.
Remember there was some pelvic something.
We had an operation last year, and I don't know if all of this is connected to that original injury or if it's happenstance. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with his groin, Dave.
Yeah.
But it's lingering. That's what I know, and that's the problematic part of it. Whatever's going on seems to be lingering and sort of re-aggravated, and hopefully it sounds like they're going to be very deliberate until it's right. I think what stinks about it is he got off to such a great start. Here's your new acquisition. He's a guy that a lot of teams wanted. Everybody loved the move. He got here. He hit the ground running, so to speak. And, I mean, defensively, yeah, a couple of hiccups here and there, but in the batter's box from day one, he was that guy. And you're going, wow, okay. He's got a little pop early. He's getting on base. He's a guy that's going to be a problem at the top of this order. And then he's been out more than he's been in, unfortunately. So, yeah, hopefully that gets rectified. What's going to be interesting is when Cal does return, what do they do with that catcher spot? I don't see him carrying three catchers. And I maintain that Pareda is definitely a better catcher than Garver, and I think maybe defensively he might have Cal as well.
Yeah.
He's certainly not a better hitter than Cal. I think he's a better hitter than Garver. He's showing that as of late. He's hitting well, Pareda. I don't think you count on him, excuse me, for his offense, but he's been getting it. He's been giving it to you lately. Just talking to people down there in the clubhouse, seems like pitchers like working with him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's huge. Obviously, I know they like working with Garver as well. But man, if you're going to presumably carry just two catchers, what do you do?
Well, I'm just looking at he went 1 for 2 today with a walk, 2 for 4 on Tuesday with a home run,
3-run home run,
3 RBI, and then he went to 3 for 7 Friday and Sunday, scored a run. So I mean, it's not like he's entirely bereft of any offense. I mean, his game is. He still can square up the ball here and there, but yeah, I mean he seems to be like really good behind the plate, and I think the pitchers all seem to love throwing to him. So yeah, it's a good question. I don't know. I mean, Mitch Garver, you never know like how valuable a guy like that is, because he brings a lot more. Kind of like we always talk about with Cal, the catchers are always. There's always some other kind of X factor that they're like, yeah, but we love Johnny Pareda, but we're not going to be able to do this, that, and the other, and as far as handling the staff and all that. So,
and Garver's obviously got a ton more experience with this staff than Pareda does. I mean that's irrefutable. He had last year, and obviously coming back this year. But I'm just wondering how much does that weigh for them? Because I know that Garver's he's a power threat. He's a guy who's hit a bunch of home runs in his career. He's not doing it right now. Pareda is hotter at the plate than he is. The only thing to me that's more unknown is just how does he rank in terms of the way he calls the game versus Garver. I think that's the thing that's not as obvious to us watching on TV or watching even here at the ballpark, or pitchers. If they in a rhythm with him, do they like the way he calls the game? And certain situations, if they're in trouble, I think Cal provides a lot of comfort, especially for somebody like Logan, where they've got that relationship, and if got traffic, I think he's got a lot of trust in what Cal tells him, like, hey, just relax, here's what we're going to do, we're going to go with this pitch with this guy, and there's just that developed trust there. I don't know if Pareda has that yet, and that's a lot, and if they have it with Garver but they don't quite have it with Pareda, that might be the determining factor.
Well, I'm just going to assume that when Cal gets healthy, that we're going to be able to count on him. Like, how many times did he squat behind the plate last year? I think, was it? I mean,
it was in the 140s, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was very seldom that you saw, and there was a lot of times I'm like, well, why don't they give him a break? And he wants to. So I mean, I feel like that'll be taken care of either way, and it'll only be like I said, I'm just assuming that Cal's going to be entirely healthy and as good as he was last year and good to go. But boy, I'll tell you what, I just caught a glimpse of him. He turned the corner down there. It was so nice seeing him back here. Haven't seen him around for forever.
What are you laughing at, Lefko?
It's Dave. Work Cal into a conversation.
Mike, this is a segment that we are literally talking about catchers. Mike,
but you said you were so excited to see him.
You wrote this, Mike. Mike writes, what do you think the Mariners will do with their catchers when Cal returns?
Because when we were standing down there, I was standing next to you, and he came around the corner. I go, oh, Dave's going to be excited to see him. And you were. Which is fair.
Did you say hi to him?
Yeah, we gave him a little hey, Cal.
You know, I just want to point out that I'm not the one that's giggling like a little teenager. Lefko is.
And Bob.
Okay.
We're both giggling.
I wasn't there. I didn't see that part. I was in there listening to Dan. But, yeah, sounds like that was a magical moment for the both of you.
Especially for Lefko, apparently.
Oh, good. Well, we all love Cal. We all love. Maybe some of us don't love him as much as they used to. We'll get into that. But meanwhile, the Myles Garrett trade brings the potential for another added wrinkle that the Seahawks might have to deal with this season. We'll explain what that's about coming up next as we continue live from T-Mobile Park with Wyman and Bob at Seattle Sports on 710.
Have you downloaded the Seattle Sports app?
We're going to have a challenge right here.
What are you waiting for?
Listen to this.
Every pitch.
Here comes the 3-2.
Every game.
Swung on and missed. Got him.
One app for free.
How about that, folks?
The Seattle Sports app. Every game.
Julio racing back.
Right in the palm of your hands.
Makes a leap and makes the catch.
Plus the latest Mariners news, insider access, video, and podcasts.
They caught it. Wow.
The Seattle Sports app.
Hey, it's Dave Wyman here, and you've heard me talk about a local company for over a year now, Harley Exteriors. And I recently sat down with them and was really excited to hear about how many Seattle sports listeners they've worked with on window and door replacements. And Harley Exteriors has stepped up right now with a can't-miss offer. $450 off each new window, $1,000 off each patio door or entry door, 12-month and 18-month, no interest, no payment options, plus $200 off your final project total. If that isn't enough to get you started on your new project, I don't know what is. So do what I did. Schedule a consultation. Call 833-HARLEY, that's HARLEY, or go to harleyexteriors.com.
Minimum purchase of 4 windows required for window discount. Qualifying windows must be 36 by 36 or larger. No size minimum on patio or entry doors. Financing subject to credit approval. Cannot be combined with other offers outside this promotion. Offer valid through May 31st.
Hey, Brock Heward here with my buddy Shannon O'Kelly from IRG Physical and Hand Therapy. Shannon, I get so used to hearing our pro teams in town talk about talent acquisition, being the lifeblood of their teams. At IRG, how important is talent acquisition for you?
Brock, talent acquisition is everything. Here at IRG, we are looking for those people that want to be the best and the brightest. You know, our strength here at IRG is what I call our human capital. And our clinicians here at IRG are great, but we expect greatness. We provide them with ample mentorship opportunities, continuing education, advanced certification payment, in addition to providing Con Ed. When they receive advanced certifications, we also increase their base salary because they've improved themselves as a professional. They've improved their ability to provide great care, and that's what it's all about here at IRG. Great care. We want the best and brightest.
With over 40 convenient locations, IRG is in your neighborhood. Find all the details at irgpt.com.
How would you like to invest in the Seattle real estate market, one of the hottest and most stable regions in the country, and achieve a great rate of return on your investment without the effort of sourcing a deal, the expense and time of building permits, or all the hassles that come with being a landlord? Hi, I'm Scott Rirucka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends saves money and shares the profits with our investors. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital. Invest into our Northwest Fund, which is currently delivering 9% on a fixed rate term. It's our flagship fund for 19 years with zero investor losses. And yes, we do accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Invest in the stability and ease of Legacy Group Capital's Northwest Fund. Legacy Group Capital at legacyg.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at legacyg.com.
Olympic Hot Tub has terrific ways to achieve total wellness at home. Saltwater hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges, all waiting for you. See our current specials with exciting savings at olympichottub.com. Better you, better life.
Stacy here for ARC, a fully electric boat that feels like a luxury EV. ARC boats are easy to operate with significantly less maintenance and service. Book a demo just like I did. They'll pick you up if you can't make it to Kirkland. Go to arcboats.com/demo. That's arcboats.com/demo.
The home of the Mariners.
It is gone! Cal Raleigh, 2-run home run!
Hear every pitch on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
For 24 years, Sea Star Restaurant and Ron Bar has been Bellevue's and my go-to for fresh seasonal seafood. And my good friend, Chef John Howie, is behind every plate.
Hey, thanks, Brock. You know, springtime is the best time for fresh, wild Pacific Northwest salmon. At Sea Star, we go from Columbia River King, my personal favorite, to the Copper River King in May.
So whether it is a date night, whether it's a business dinner, or you're craving the very best wild salmon, go visit John Howie at Sea Star in Bellevue. Visit Sea Star in Bellevue.
Everything that matters is at stake in a divorce. Your home, your savings, your children. For many of our clients, a divorce was unwanted. This is Rick Jones. At Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men, our team of experienced attorneys handle every aspect of a divorce and custody case. When stakes are high, you need a lawyer you can trust. Husbands and fathers trust Goldberg Jones. Visit us at goldbergjones.com to get your questions answered at no charge. That's goldbergjones.com.
Guys, I'll never forget the first time I saw somebody get results at our clinic. He was an 81-year-old man who hadn't been intimate with his wife in over 8 years. Viagra had stopped working for him, and he was desperate for help. After several treatments, he walked into my office and told me he couldn't believe the results. Needless to say, this was a very happy man. This man made me a believer in what we do. He had taken pills for years, but he had never fixed the problem. When he came to us, we fixed the problem. Our treatment does what no pill can do. So give West Coast Men's Health a call today. Speak with our clinic manager. Ask him any question you like, how it works, the science behind it, and even the cost. Change your life today, like the thousands of men who already have.
In addition to treating ED and Peyronie's disease, we now offer testosterone replacement therapy. With clinics in Redmond and Tacoma, call 206-519-6541. 206-519-6541. Online at westcoastmenshealth.com.
This hour is serviced by the Lee Johnson Auto family.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, you're listening to Wyman and Bob.
Weekdays 2 to 7.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
We continue live from T-Mobile Park. It's Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports on 710, seattlesports.com. You guys can text in throughout the show, 866-979-3776. Switching to the Seahawks here, talking about Myles Garrett trade. We mentioned how late in the season the Seahawks and Rams meet. What is it, 2 out of 3 games late in the season.
They got Carolina in between. The last 3 games go Rams at Carolina, Rams, and I think it's at Rams. So we're
15,
home.
16, 17.
Yeah. Which is, I think it's going to set up a really interesting sort of drama. Those two teams aren't going to face each other till the very end of the year.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting to see, how does Myles Garrett look? Is he going to be just wreaking havoc the way he did with the Browns? And then there's the idea that Aaron Donald will want to come back. We were talking about a video that was posted the other day of him working out, and people were pointing to the song that was playing in the background, going, see, that means something. I can't remember the song.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, it was. I felt like people were reading into it, but, I guess he's made some comments that said, kind of thinking about it when he saw they signed Myles Garrett, and, whether it happens or not, I don't know. Adam Schefter was on NFL Live, and he explained why, in his opinion, it's unlikely, but not out of the question that Aaron Donald returns to the Rams.
So I spoke to the Rams yesterday. I'm like, Aaron Donald. They're like, can't afford him. We're out of money. Don't have any more money left. Like, we're already over budget here. Not going to happen. If Aaron Donald wants to take a bunch of incentives, we'd love to have him, but not practical, not realistic. Another team. I said, wait. They said, are the Rams going to sign Aaron Donald? I said, you tell me. They say you could always find more money. I'm not expecting it. I don't think it will happen. The Rams don't think it will happen, but I don't rule anything out, and I leave that door open. I'm not telling you it's going to happen, but I think it's open.
So
we're out of money. We got no money.
Yeah, they always say that, and they all of a sudden it just materializes. I think they're cheating on their cap.
I don't know what they're doing.
No, they're doing a good job. They always do. Yeah, so I'm just trying. Okay, how much is his last right before retirement? His final contract was a 3-year, $95 million deal with the Rams.
His last year was 23, right?
2000, yeah.
Yeah.
23. And by the way, I mean he was an all Pro Bowler his entire career. He was Defensive Rookie of the Year. I mean, if you go and look at his accolades and just what he's done, and I would say this, that for an inside guy, we always talk about how it's so hard to get sacks, but if you look at his sack totals, it doesn't really do him justice because he was so much better than that. And for an inside guy to get 20.5 sacks, which he did in 2018, still, I mean, he was so much more than that. So he's just a monster. But, I mean, after being out of the league for 2 years and he comes back, I mean, is everybody thinking, oh, well, Phillip Rivers did it? And
yeah, but
he
was a pretty diminished version of what he was, even though he had some relative success against the Seahawks.
He did.
He's throwing flutter balls out there and
really ugly passes.
Yeah,
really ugly. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how much age affects a guy who's a defensive tackle. I mean, I don't know. I think that offensive linemen typically have like the most longevity and they're the healthiest, that position group. That's where you have the most success as far as staying healthy. I don't know if D-line's on that list, but from all accounts, he's a monster and, still looks like he did before. I don't know. I don't see him after 2 years coming back. And I think it's interesting that they say we don't have any money and we can't pay him. They'll find a way if they really want him.
Yeah, I mean, they could restructure. I don't know what his contract status is. They'd have to restructure it to make it fit and, push everything toward the back end. Mm-hmm. And who knows? They seem to they're wizards over there for the Rams. That's one thing you do have to tip your cap is their ability to manipulate the salary cap has been pretty spectacular over the years. A couple of quotes from Donald I saw in this story I was sent today. I guess he was talking to Pat McAfee, and he was talking about the Garrett trade. And he said, for sure got me thinking. The Garrett trade for sure got me thinking. And then he was talking to Jordan Schultz. His quote, I'm for sure flirting with the idea. If I can find the fire, it's a possibility. And then, it's whether the Rams got the money or other teams going to be in the bidding. Is he saying, if I come back, it's only with the Rams? I know they have his rights and everything, but I don't know. I don't see it happening. Maybe it will. Maybe it'll be a big surprise, and they're going to find a way to make it fit financially. But they've got guys they've got to pay there, and Fisk and other players. So I don't know. Is he? And then the other part is what you just brought up. He's been out of the league for a couple of years now. The positive is the wear and tear isn't there. He's not taking hits. He's not running into a brick wall every play. So maybe his body's refreshed to a certain extent, but. I don't know. Do you lose your sharpness? Do you lose some of what made him great by not playing?
Yeah. What did he play? 10 years? I'm like, I really never understood why he retired in the first place. Because, he was age 32 the last time he played football, and he looked pretty good to me. I mean, he had 8 sacks, which I don't know. That's close to his average. It's a little below. But, I mean, I'm not sure why he retired in the first place. But maybe, I don't know, maybe he can come back and be one of those guys. Maybe that's a position where as long as you're staying strong, I mean, you're going to get sore and you're going to get the football soreness. But, So he's what, 34? He's going to be 35.
Does he lose some of that burst? Does he lose some of the? I mean, I'm sure he's still strong as an ox, but does he lose some of that explosiveness, perhaps?
And that would be the thing, because that's the most important thing. It's not that he's you can't just put some big monster who can bench 600 pounds in the middle of your line. You got somebody that's explosive and can get off the ball. And that was the thing about him. He was so damn quick, just so quick. I mean, it was so hard for a center to block him.
So you wonder if that gets impacted by his absence.
Yeah.
If, maybe that would deteriorate anyway. As you say, he's going to be 35 years old. So some of that is just naturally going to go whether he's playing or not. But maybe there's some sort of, atrophy there when it comes to that particular skill set. Like, he's still strong. He can still lift all the weight he did before. His endurance is there, but he doesn't quite have that burst off the ball the way that he did.
Yeah. Yeah, and, I think I was listening to a guy this morning talking about the Rams and how, they have some offensive linemen that they need to pay that are coming up. And so, maybe that wouldn't be a real popular move. But, I mean, it's just amazing to me, all of the focus on the Rams when we beat them 2 out of 3 times. And everybody's finding some way to talk about it that either wasn't real or that the Rams are a way better team than the Seahawks, even though we're the ones with the Super Bowl trophy.
Yeah. I don't. Well, if somebody thought that, now they really think it.
Yeah.
Right? Because they get McDuffie. They now have Myles Garrett. Maybe Aaron Donald coming back. So if you're already believing they were better before these moves, now you're going, oh, they're definitely the best team.
Yeah.
So it's, look, hard to argue. I mean, those are big moves. Those are big additions.
Yeah. Well, and I would say this too. I hope Puka Nacua becomes a, stand-up human being, and it just turns him into the crappiest player ever.
Loses that edge.
Maybe being a jerk is what motivates him and makes him the player that he is.
Yeah, he becomes a nice guy that everybody loves, and he's just a really average player.
That's right.
That'd be perfect. Meanwhile, the depth of the Mariners lineup was on display during this homestand. We're going to dive into the impact of that coming up next with Wyman and Bob live from T-Mobile Park. It's Seattle Sports on 710.
Think you know the Mariners? Not if you aren't subscribed to the Daily Mariners newsletter from Seattle Sports.
That's what they've been waiting for.
The latest Mariners news and injury updates, exclusives from Mariners insider Shannon Dreyer.
You look at the pieces and how it works.
Plus the best takes and breakdowns from your favorite Seattle Sports hosts and contributors.
The Mariners seem to be trying to build something that I think is a little bit more sustainable.
The Daily Mariners newsletter.
Monster solo home run.
Subscribe at seattlesports.com/newsletter.
Are you somebody who's tired of having to have a pair of readers around you at all times, otherwise you can't read anything? That's where I was at. I had to have a pair of readers in every room of my home, and I would have them in the car with me so I could bring them into the store I was going into or the restaurant so I could read the menu, read labels on things, and if I forgot them, I was in trouble. And finally just had to do something about it. That's when I went to K2 Vision RLE. That's for refractive lens exchange. It's been an absolute game changer. The readers are now in drawers everywhere. And when you add K2 Vision and King LASIK together, you get Freedom Vision for every stage of life. LASIK and EVO ICL from King LASIK gives you freedom from glasses and contacts. Refractive lens exchange from K2 Vision RLE adds extra freedom from readers and cataracts. So again, if you're like me and you're just done having to have a pair of readers at all times, this could be your perfect and permanent solution. Talking about K2 Vision RLE. On top of that, you'll never develop a cataract. With over 400,000 procedures, Doctors Kopstein and King are 2 of the most experienced vision correction surgeons in America. So whether it's LASIK, EVO ICL, or RLE, trust the most experienced team of doctors out there. They've got all of the data to recommend the very best procedure for you. Schedule your free Zoom consultation today. Just go to K2VisionRLE.com. King LASIK and K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, contacts, readers, or cataracts. That's K2VisionRLE.com.
Hey, Brock Hewitt here for my friends at People Come First, or PCF Construction Group. And if you've been dreaming of that new deck, you got to get a hold of PCF. Call them before the great weather arrives and their schedule gets totally filled up. With a new deck, patio cover, heater, and fireplace from PCF, you can enjoy the outdoors year-round no matter what the weather brings. And for a limited time, how about this? Get 50% off demolition costs up to $5,000 when you book your project with PCF. Contact People Come First Construction Group for all the details. They designed and built our outdoor living space, and we love it. Start planning and designing your dream deck now so you're ready to build this summer. Planning, permitting, and construction can take a little time, so get started today. Get project ideas, browse their amazing photos, and look at all the offer details at pcfgroup.com.
Making your outdoor space your favorite place. Let people come first.
My first car sale was from Michigan. I get this lead. This guy had been looking for this very specific truck across the whole U.S., and he's concerned about rust. And I'm like, why don't we FaceTime? I will crawl beneath the truck. I literally was on my back beneath this vehicle, showing him all the welds that he wanted to see. He agreed, put down a deposit, held the truck, flew out that night from Michigan. I picked him up at the airport. He had his cashier's check. We went through everything, and that was my first car sale. So here's the catch. If you're willing to put a limit on what you're willing to do to be a good person, to help somebody out, or to help in the community, then that limit exists. So you don't. You just do what it takes to be the type of person you want to be and to help people like you hope that they would help you. And it doesn't matter. You just do what it takes.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Hey, when was the last time you inspected your crawl space or your attic? What's the last time you went in there just to see what kind of shape they're in? Oh, never? Yeah, same. I don't want to go in there. Most homeowners completely avoid those areas, but it is important to check on them regularly. It's why you call Crawl Pros. They'll come out and go where you don't want to. Hey, it's Mike Salk here. And yes, when Crawl Pros came out to my place, they realized we had a little problem with our insulation. So they've set about fixing it, and they did a great job. But if you've got the same problem, they'll also look to see what kind of energy rebates are available. Right now, local utility companies are incentivizing homeowners to make their home more energy efficient with proper insulation. And some homes qualify for several $1,000s in savings with these utility rebate programs. So don't just assume your crawl space and attic are in great condition. Do what I did. Call Crawl Pros today and schedule a free corner-to-corner inspection and find out if you've got water intrusion, mold, rodent issues, or even damaged insulation. Schedule your crawl space and attic inspection at crawlpros.com.
Eric Johnson here. I spent the past 30 years working to help make our community better informed, better protected when it comes to consumer issues, and better equipped to take on whatever life throws at us. That's why I love the free Washington Accident book series from Davis Law Group. These books keep us better informed about the law, better able to protect ourselves on and off the road, and better off when all is said and done after an accident. Chris Davis didn't have to write these books. He did it because he saw a need. People who were in accidents or other legal situations didn't know what to do, what pictures to take, documents to request. Only a tiny fraction of the people who get these free books will ever become clients of Davis Law Group, but that's not the point. Chris wrote them because it was the right thing to do. The free Washington Accident book series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the road might throw at them. Get yours at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
Let's go! This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. Seattle Sports Snapshot.
Mariners dropped the finale to the Mets today, 7-1, the final in this one, but tremendous run for this team. They had won 8 in a row. They go 5-6 on this homestand, get the day off tomorrow before they take to the road for an extended trip. Meanwhile, taking a look at some of the other finals on the day, the White Sox hammered the Twins 8-0. It was the Tigers over the Rays 7-2. And the Marlins took out the Nationals 4-1. Games going on as we speak. Padres trailing the Phillies in Philadelphia right now in the bottom of the 6th, 1-0. Red Sox out to a 3-0 lead over the Orioles in the bottom of the 4th. Top of the 4th in New York, Yankees and Guardians are tied at 1 apiece. Top of the 4th in Cincinnati, Royals out to a 2-0 lead over the Reds. Bottom of the 3rd in Atlanta, the Blue Jays up 2-1 on the Braves. Giants and Brewers are scoreless in the bottom of the 2nd, bottom of the 1st in St. Louis. No score between the red-hot Texas Rangers and the St. Louis Cardinals.
Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, this is Wyman and Bob.
On Seattle Sports.
Streaming live on the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Dave Wyman and Bob Stelton.
Text line is there for you at 866-979-3776. You want to weigh in on the Mariners, a tremendous homestand, just a tremendous stretch of baseball. Obviously, today was not a great day for the team. We'll get into some of the particulars of that. But overall, I don't know how you could be anything other than just absolutely delighted with how this team has played. They're sitting there in first place. And we'll see what the Rangers do today. They're taking on the Cardinals. Rangers have won 5 in a row. So they are hot right now. So we're big Cardinals fans today. But, yeah, series has been spectacular. The stretch of games, just the way they rebounded has been phenomenal. And we'll see if they can carry that into this long road trip coming up. One thing we did see was, J.P. Crawford today. He's been on fire as of late. Another home run today. He's got 10 on the season already. And this is a guy who's not played a full season. Had the shoulder issue, obviously, to start the year. So he's getting a lot done in a short amount of time. Is that a guy that, Lefko's asking, well, when Donovan returns, do you keep JP at the top of the order? Two things. A, I don't think Donovan's coming back anytime soon. So we'll see where JP's at. If he's like he is now, I'm not messing with it. Mm-hmm. You can find a spot for Donovan up there. He's still a guy you want towards the top of the order. He's a guy who's going to get on base. Maybe it's easier to put him towards the middle, lower half of the lineup initially, just to get his rhythm back, get his timing back, and once that happens, maybe it happens quickly, then you move him up. But yeah, I'm not messing with JP. At least if he's playing like this, whenever Donovan gets back, I'm going to leave that alone.
Yeah, I mean, especially just, I don't know, it's almost like you got like a bonus out of JP, because he had the 1 year where he had figured out 19 home runs. Yeah. So that was 2023, and it was kind of like, oh yeah, you look back, but now he's already got 9.
10.
And 10. I'm sorry. Yeah, this didn't count today's home run. So, and it looks easy for him. I mean, he's got some strength, and I think Ryan Healy was talking about that on the broadcast, that he's figured out he's really strong.
Yeah.
And he doesn't necessarily look like it, but he is, man. He's got power. So, yeah, it'll be fantastic if they're able to count on him in those situations. And, and as far as the move to third, kind of like Colt Emerson over there right now. I mean,
he's playing great. He's playing great defense out there. It looks very natural for him. Yeah. By the way, we were able to have a conversation with Colt Emerson after the game. That's going to run at 5:30, so you're going to hear that conversation coming up. But yeah, and we'll talk more about him, but he's played very well. It just feels like everybody, for the most part, again, today a little different, but for the most part, everybody's been taking turns chipping in. Mm-hmm. Whether it's Dom Canzone, who's quietly having a very good year, hitting around 267 right now. Raleigh with the home runs, and he's had a couple of different stretches where he's been red hot. Johnny Pereda has been up there doing his thing as the catcher defensively and offensively, which you don't expect from him. Patrick Wisdom had a home run last night, and it was interesting to hear. I didn't even heard him speak, and I was down there last night in the clubhouse, and he was one of the guys. Usually they bring in Dan, then they bring in the starting pitcher, and then they'll bring in whoever the star of the game, if you will, was whoever who had a big night. And they brought in Patrick Wisdom. So it was interesting. I hadn't even really heard him speak, and he was talking about playing in Korea last year and what it meant to him and how it impacted his game. But you're getting everybody. They don't really have a weak spot in the lineup right now that I look at and go, there's a hole. Guys can get cold, but really the only time I feel like, I'm probably not going to see anything here is with Garver.
Yeah. No, I know. And now that Johnny Pereda is starting to get, we talked about his, last few games that he's starting to turn it on. You're just getting it from all kinds of different places. Who was Cooper Criswell?
Yeah.
Last night. I mean, he was just fantastic. I mean, and that's not a guy that you count on.
Yeah, he's not one of your leverage arms.
Yeah, and because the night before when they won in 10 innings, you know, you go Hancock, who's brilliant, 2 earned runs, but then it goes Ferrer, Brash, Munoz, and Spire. And it just worked out beautifully. Each guy took an inning.
And they didn't give up a hit between them.
Not a hit
or a
to
walk.
be had. Yeah, and only 2 hits, and that was Emerson Hancock. So, yeah, I mean, it's really cool seeing how, and we saw that on the road in the Houston series. Guys like Hoppy and Criswell and guys that you don't normally count on. That's what I love, and that's the kind of the same theme with JP, right? You don't necessarily count on him to hit home runs.
No,
and he's showing you power right now. So, yeah, it's beautiful the way it's come together. Because if you look at the way that, you know, at the beginning of the year, he said, hey, you're going to instantly lose Cal. And, you know, he's going to go 0 for 38 at one point and then figure out that he's injured. I mean, you know, you wouldn't have thought that they would have, you know, that some guy named Johnny Pareda come up and actually do well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it really is. I just love this lineup when you got when you have Ref Snyder in there, yeah, I don't have a ton of confidence he's going to get anything done. You know, there are certain bats but when we're talking about your starters, when you're 1 through 9, when it's, you know, Cole Young and Colt Emerson toward the bottom, and you got JP and Julio and Naylor and Randy in the top, and in the middle you got Raleigh and Canzone or Robles. I just expect something's going to happen. Something good is going to happen every time. I don't have that lack of confidence, like, yeah, this is probably an out.
Mm-hmm.
There's really, I think the only 2 guys I feel that way about right now, unfortunately, are Ref Snyder and Garver. They both can get things done. They haven't really. It's been a rough go for Ref Snyder, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not a starter. He's your pinch hitter. He's your guy you're going to bring in when there's a lefty on the hill. So
yeah, and I guess I'd throw Wisdom in there too, although he hit a home run the other night. But I mean,
we've seen so little of him.
Yeah,
I don't even have a feeling.
Right, and not like we have with Ref Snyder and Garver. But I don't know. You know, the other thing I guess is that I would like how can they get Victor Robles on the field more? How can they, whether it's in right field or, you know, get him in the lineup? I mean, he just there's got to be a reason.
Yeah, they want him to face lefties. I mean, he's a right-handed bat. He, in my opinion, should absolutely be your first choice when facing a lefty above Ref Snyder at this point.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to figure that out. You know, and maybe they're going to do something with Ref Snyder and move him and like, okay, here's your last, you know, let's let him, you know, have this period of time. Maybe it's 10, 20 games, whatever. And if it doesn't work out, because everybody can see it, right?
Yeah, it's not working out.
We all see it, Bob. You were there.
Yeah,
you saw it.
I saw it. Text coming in, 425. Dave, you won't like this.
Oh boy.
Not having Rivas in the lineup every day is the biggest boost to this lineup.
Leave Leo Rivas alone, man. No, I always loved the energy he had. Same thing, but, you know, just couldn't get the bat above 140, was it? 141?
Yeah, it was a rough go for him. The bat wasn't there for him. But you guys can text in. Somebody asking what happens on defense when Donovan comes back. I don't know. That's a good question because he's just – I think it's very clear Colt Emerson is a decidedly better defensive player than Donovan is at third anyway. I don't know if you give him turns in the outfield. He's played a bunch of outfield and left field more specifically. I don't know if they start trying to rotate him in, maybe giving Randy some days off and letting Randy DH, or if he just becomes part of the DH rotation. I think you want Donovan in the lineup as much as possible. He's more valuable. He's already shown he's going to produce more than Ref Snyder. He's the guy who's going to get things done. He's going to get on base. So you want that bat in the lineup as often as possible. Now, how they handle it defensively, it's a good question. I'm not sure how they handle that, but I would think you're not messing with third base.
Right.
Maybe you bring him in there when you want to give Colt a day off. But at this point, I'm not taking Emerson out of there.
I think I missed. Do you have a throwing error today?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's the first one that we've seen from him, right? From Colt.
Yeah, was it his first?
I haven't really noticed anything, but yeah.
What do you got left?
Yeah.
Lefko's good.
In my mind, he was perfect until then.
Is that right?
in your mind?
Yeah.
No, yeah. I do think so, yeah.
Yeah, it was his second error on the season.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, look, yeah, he's fine over there. It'll be interesting to see what happens. But, I think the other thing, Brendan Donovan, I know people don't want to hear this kind of thing, but if you, the little time we got to spend with him, but also just listening to like Gary Hill and Shannon interview him and the way he thinks and the way he talks about baseball, I think they're really missing that. In the clubhouse without Brendan Donovan around, because he's down in Scottsdale, right?
Yeah.
Or Peoria, I should say. So, I mean, I think that's another thing, but I think that's going to be really interesting when that comes up, because you're going to hear at what are we playing at 5:30?
Yeah.
This kid is amazing, Colt Emerson. I mean, it's really not just because he got thrown out of a football game for targeting, Bob. It's other things.
I think that's
as
a big
well.
portion of it, Dave.
Yeah. Well, and his reaction, too, because off the air, he was like, yeah, that was a bunch of crap. No, but, yeah, I mean, it's so cool just in general. I mean, we've talked all about the pitching and the way the Mariners have brought these guys along, and Emerson Hancock, and what a just brilliant find, and the way they've developed him. But now you're starting to get, some position players come up through the system. Cole and Colt.
Colt Emerson. Yeah. Between those three players, it gets a little jumbled with Cole Young, Colt Emerson, and Emerson Hancock.
I know. I've been saying that since the beginning of the year, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to screw this up.
Yeah. Others have screwed it up.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Well, that's good to hear.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. Dan Wilson last night was just talking about the next man up mentality that's allowed this lineup to succeed, even with guys out like Donovan and Cal.
I mean, we talk a lot about guys having opportunities and stepping into opportunities, and Johnny and Wiz did that today. And when you have guys doing that's what good teams do. That's what good teams do when they have guys that are injured. They find a way to step up and fill the moment, and I think they do that by not trying to do too much. Johnny just putting up a good at bat, finally got a pitch, middle in that he could turn on, and he did. And so, Wiz doing the same thing. Wiz hits homers, and just putting up a good at bat, finally got a pitch he could hit, and put a good swing on it. I think if you're trying to do too much there, it doesn't happen. So, those guys doing a really good job of just staying true to who they are, and filled the moment in a huge way for us today. That helped us win a ball game.
Yeah, Johnny and Wiz.
The Wiz. I'm the Wiz.
Think of the Seinfeld
Don't call
episode.
him that. Don't call him that. Not
I'm
the Wiz. Yeah. No, it's cool. Usually you see that, and just like the texter said, that like you see a guy like Leo Rivas get activated. He plays a great third base and everything, but he just doesn't really contribute much offensively.
Yeah.
And then you see Patrick Wisdom come in and get a dinger. So yeah, just love that. And those are the kinds of things that have been happening throughout this stretch. And the 8-game streak, because let's just get back to that and let's pretend that we didn't lose today. But I think maybe one of the most impressive parts is just during that streak, a 1.92 ERA. I mean, the pitching has just been fantastic. And, it's just getting it from, again, and a lot of, they had the one game where it was like Spire and Ferrer and Brash and Munoz. And that was just kind of, and each one of them took that was the 3-2 10-inning game that Hancock, handed off a quality start with just 2 earned runs. But each one of those guys took an inning. And it kind of made me think, like, this is what it's going to look like when we get in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's gonna, nobody got a hit, in when the bullpen came on the field, and so yeah, I mean it's just incredible. We traded for Ferrer, Brash and Munoz are just special type of guys. Spire, a great high leverage guy, and they just got the job done. And I just every time I look at that, I'm like, okay, that's what it's going to look like during the playoffs. If they get in the playoffs and you get a chance to just put your pitching on display, you're going to win games, man.
5-0.
Am I getting ahead of myself?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so. 5:03. I can't complain anymore about the piggyback after watching whatever the Mets threw out there in the first 2 games of this series. What a crap show that was. I'd rather watch Imai from the Astros every night than that garbage. Go M's.
I love it. Yeah, they had the opener.
Yeah, the openers, and it's Look, there's a lot of good going on with this team. A lot of reasons to be optimistic. I'm curious if for the texters out there at 866-979-3776, has this stretch changed your view of the team? Are you now going, all right, this is a good team. I'm sold. This is the team we expected. They're playing the way we expected. I don't know if they're going to win 8 of every 9, but this is a good team, and they're currently sitting here in first place.
Mm-hmm.
So. Have minds changed at all? If you were a cynic, if you were a skeptic, whatever you want to call yourself, a doubter, a hater, whatever it is, has that changed at all for you? Or are you still hanging on to that cynicism or that skepticism or that hate? You still hanging on going, yeah, well, let's see what they do here. And they're going to. I've seen people wait it out, and it's game 135, and they're going, oh, see, they lost 4 in a row. Told you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, but they're in first place, and they just won 13 of their last 16. And
yeah.
This is where you get to say you were right. It's just
right.
Some people are committed to their hate. They're committed to their being cynical. And skepticism is fair. I think it's fair when the team starts out the way they did. It's fair to go, what's going on? This team on paper is so much better than they were last year, but they're not playing that way. Well, now they are.
I feel like if you're incredibly optimistic and you're wrong, you get called out. But if you're pessimistic and then you're wrong and they take off, that it's like, oh, well, okay, well, good for them. I'm rooting for them anyway. You know, it's like they don't.
You'll win either way.
Yeah, and I think people are much less likely to be pie in the sky and positive all the time and drink the Kool-Aid or whatever. But yeah, I mean this team, I don't know. This team has always to me has looked like. Just like the car wants to go faster, man. These guys this is a good team. The way it's built, and especially with the pitching. Yes, it was a bit of a nuisance or whatever you want to call it, drama with the piggyback thing. It's worked out fine, and it's also because you have too much good pitching. You can't make a decision. So yeah, the 6-man rotation. I kind of like the way that they're doing it. They're going to now go to the 6-man, and we'll see how that plays out. That'll be its own little storyline. I feel like for this season of how they manage the pitching staff.
100%. Yeah, this is going to go a long way into dictating whether they go back to the piggyback. Do they do it with different pitchers? How we'll get into that coming up. But as we said, we had a conversation with Colt Emerson. You'll hear coming up at 5:30. He's only played 16 games to this point, but he's just a guy who feels comfortable. Looks like he's comfortable, certainly in the field. What a tremendous play to end the game last night.
Mariners 1 out away from another win. The 0-1 pitch, swung on, fly ball. Shallow left down the line, foul territory. Emerson overslides, and he makes the catch. And it's over. Colt Emerson makes the catch, and the Mariners win. They win it 8-3 over the Mets. The Mariners have won 8 in a row and 10 of their last 12 games. Holy smokes, what a stretch for the Mariners.
Yeah, great catch to end the game. Also made another tremendous defensive play yesterday on a bullet just hit down the line. He's looked really comfortable.
What the bunt was it? Did he have a? Yeah, he had a bunt down third base line.
Yep, bunt base hit.
Just fantastic.
Yeah,
I mean the way he executed that just looked like he's been in the league for 10 years.
Yeah, it's a lost art, bunting. But yeah, it's just the young guys getting it done. We've seen so many tremendous defensive plays from Cole Young as well. Mm-hmm. He's been up obviously since the beginning of the season. But Dan Wilson talking about sort of the savvy of both of those young guys.
Like we talked about with Cole last year some, and this year again, and what we've seen from Colt already, just their maturity level has just been, it's been so key for him. And again, that goes back to all the people that have prepared them for this moment. And you can't forget about that. But certainly these guys have come up and, they've gotten comfortable quickly. They've gotten to the point where they can not feel overwhelmed in the box. And they're putting up the really strong at-bats and finding barrels and driving the ball more than just kind of getting their hits. So it's, what we've seen from him defensively, offensively, it's been outstanding.
Yeah, but fun to watch.
Cole, Colt, Emerson, Hancock.
That's right.
You got them all the beginning
covered.
Of the year, I was like, "Oh man, this is going to be a disaster." But no, seriously, all those guys. You look at what they've brought this year, and I just remember thinking that Cole Young, he's kind of a question mark at second base. We'll see, but he's just been fantastic. That play made the other night where it was the grounder got there right as the base runner was there, tags him, throws to first. I mean, it was just such a big league play.
Yeah, huge plays defensively. He's come up with some huge hits, certainly. And then Colt Emerson, who still being ranked by Baseball America. Baseball America released its updated top 100 prospect list. Mm-hmm. They did that today. Mariners have, if you count Colt Emerson, they've got 3 in the top 10. Wow. In the top 10. This isn't the Mariners' top. This is Baseball America's top in all of baseball. They've got Colt Emerson, number 3. He's up with the big club right now, and I would imagine he's not going anywhere. Number 7, they have Ryan Sloan, and number 9, they've got Kate Anderson.
If you'd have told me those two were in there, I would have swapped them.
Yeah, well, Kate Anderson's been off to a ridiculous start.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sloan might have more upside in terms of his stuff, if you will, but just success that they've had.
Makes you excited about Ryan Sloan.
Yeah. It's cool to see. There's no other team that's got more than one player in the top 10, and the Mariners technically have 3. I'd call it 2 since Colt's up with the big club. But it's when you got Sloan and Anderson there, and they're developing, especially the way Anderson's been going, probably gives Jerry and the organization some comfort looking at the rotation, going, all right, if we don't sign all these guys, we're going to be fine because we got these guys in the wings ready to go. Now, you don't know what they're going to be at this level. No idea, but it's looking good. It looks like we got reserves here. How they function at this level, we'll all find out together. But, man, nice to have that sitting there waiting in the wings. Meanwhile, Colt Emerson, we've been talking about him, certainly does not play like a guy who's only been up here for 16 games. But we're going to talk to him about how he's made that adjustment to the major league level of ball playing. We got a chance to catch up with him after the game. You're going to hear that conversation coming your way next as we continue live from T-Mobile Park with Wyman and Bob. It's Seattle Sports on 710.
Have you downloaded the Seattle Sports app?
We're going to have a challenge right here.
What are you waiting for?
Listen to this.
Every pitch.
Here comes the 3-2.
Every game.
Swung on and missed. Got him.
One app for free.
How about that, folks?
The Seattle Sports app. Every game.
Julio racing back.
Right in the palm of your hands.
Makes a leap and makes the catch.
Plus the latest Mariners news, insider access, video, and podcasts.
They got it. Wow.
The Seattle Sports app.
Hey, what if I told you a local credit union is giving members up to $30 per month just to make everyday purchases? It's Dave Wyman here, and when I heard about the offer from Harborstone Credit Union, I said, sign me up, and that's what I did at harborstone.com/cash. Now, you know that if you listen to the show, I'm not the most tech-savvy guy, but I'll tell you what, opening a checking account was easy enough for me to figure out, and really it is. It's very simple. And I got my PNW Cashback checking account for free. No fees or minimums, and when I make everyday purchases with my Harborstone PNW Cashback debit card, I earn up to $30 each month. My wife loves it when I get cash back on gas, groceries, coffee, travel, lunch. All categories count toward your cash back, and you can even tap to pay. I figured that out too. So, hey, if you live, work, or worship in the state of Washington, sign up for a membership with Harborstone Credit and get the PNW Cashback free checking account. Open your free account online like I did at harborstone.com, I promise I did, /cash, or visit one of their 30 branches across the Northwest. That's harborstone.com /cash. Insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Does your yard need shade, privacy, or a little brightening up? Look no further than Big Trees. I'm Nancy Penrose, owner of Big Trees in Snohomish. At our 30-acre location, there are thousands of trees to choose from and knowledgeable staff, including a board-certified master arborist, to help you find exactly what you're looking for. Visit the nursery and learn more about Big Trees at bigtreesupply.com.
Beauty, privacy, instantly. Big Trees.
Progressive provides protection for your boat and other outdoor vehicles so you can explore new things.
Oh, I can finally try pesto.
We meant like water skiing.
I've just never had pesto.
Or maybe take the boat somewhere new.
I mean, is pesto spicy or sweet? Oh, guess we'll find out, right?
Right. Bundle home or auto insurance with your boat, RV, or motorcycle and stay protected with Progressive while you explore.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for pesto.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Support comes from Amazon Business. Free your team from time-consuming procurement tasks. Discover smart business buying where unmatched selection meets AI-driven tools to simplify complex processes so you can focus on what matters most. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
The home of the Mariners.
It is gone! Cal Raleigh, 2-run home run!
Hear every pitch on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? During the Xfinity Summer Savings Event, now through June 15th, new customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi, just $50 a month for 5 years. And get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. Plus, add one line of Xfinity Mobile Select and you can save an average of $60 a month over Verizon and AT&T. You can even try it free for a year. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities during the Xfinity Summer Savings Event. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Savings based on 1 gig internet and 1 mobile select line compared to similar Verizon and AT&T plans over 5 years. After 12 months, regular rates apply to mobile select. Xfinity internet required. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable.
People can see through if it's not genuine. And it's genuine here. The Johnsons always talk about in orientation meeting. Their dad and grandpa, they always maintain that it's a people business. We're not here to sell cars and work on cars. That's what we do, but it's really about just helping people. Every month we have a new employee orientation meeting and the Johnsons present. They can't get out to all the stores every day and meet everyone, but at least they get to shake hands with new employees every month in the orientation meeting. And they tell everyone there's not one car deal or one repair order that is worth tarnishing our reputation and ruining an experience for a customer. That just is really what is instilled.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Wyman and Bob.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
Weekdays 2 to 7.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
We continue live from T-Mobile Park. It's Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports on 710, seattlesports.com. Mariners dropped the finale to the New York Mets, but they did win the series, taking 2 of 3 from the Mets, swept the Diamondbacks, a tremendously successful run. They had won 8 in a row, getting contributions from people up and down the lineup, and one guy who's been contributing in the box and in the field, young guy that we're all excited about, Colt Emerson. Has played just 16 games with his team, but he looks like a veteran out there, and we had a chance to catch up with him after today's game.
You guys wrapped up a tremendous homestand, won 8 in a row, and you were such a big part of it in the field and at the plate. Just talk about how quickly it seems like you've assimilated to this level of ball. I mean, do you feel markedly different now than you did when you first got called up in terms of confidence and comfort?
Yeah, for sure. Just, 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, or whatever it is, just trying to get settled in and just really trying to stick to an approach, stick to my routines that I was doing in AAA. Because they say the biggest thing when you get to the big leagues is don't change. You got to the big leagues because you were doing good at what you what you were already doing. So I think for me, I was putting an emphasis on just not changing anything, and I think that's helped me a lot have success early right now, just because I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not. I'm just trying to be myself, and honestly, they preach that in the clubhouse, and this clubhouse has my back, and a lot of great dudes in this clubhouse that are exactly what I just said, that they're themselves and they're comfortable in themselves. So for me, it's pretty easy when you got that, and you got that to look up to.
Hey, Colt, you haven't, that I've seen anywhere, or we have seen, you haven't really had that welcome to Major League Baseball moment, but is there a time that you've kind of felt that way, that the speed of the game or something like that kind of was surprising to you?
Yeah, I guess the first at bat. I mean, first at bat, I've told guys this, it was the fastest 92-mile-per-hour fastball I've ever seen. But then after that, it's just, I hate to say it's just baseball, but, like, it is just baseball, and I make it sound easier than what it is. But, like, at the end of the day, that's how you got to think about it. So.
What's the biggest difference? I mean, we always hear about the jump in talent from AAA to the big leagues. Is it just the command the pitchers have, their ability to sort of pitch ahead and looking at finding holes in the swing? What do you think has so far been the biggest difference?
Honestly, it has nothing to do with the game. I mean, you're in bigger stadiums, you're in more people, more media, more extra stuff. That's it. Baseball is baseball at the end of the day, and I'm going to go out there and stay true to myself and stay true to my routines, and that's going to be that.
So, Colt, from the time that you got drafted, did you have kind of an idea or a plan of, like, when I want to get called up, or were you just letting it happen, or, and I'm sure you sat and thought about it pretty much every night since you got drafted, right?
Yeah. Honestly, it's God's timing. I'm a man of faith, and it's God's timing, and you can't force something that's not meant to be or anything like that. So I stay true to that, and just God's timing, that gives me peace.
Is it hard not to want to go out there and prove? I mean, you signed the big deal. That's a big headline. Everybody knows about it. Is there a part of you that wants to show, hey, I'm worthy of this. I belong at this level, and I'm worthy of this deal? Is it hard not to try to prove it, if you will, out there?
No, there's no proving. I mean, they were gracious enough to give me an early contract, and I think that says it all of, hey, like, what you're doing is good. And you're going to keep developing the more reps you get, and I've stayed true to that, and I know I'm going to get better each game, and I try to get 1% better each day. So really, there's really nothing to prove.
Colt, we'll get to football and, you getting kicked out of a game in high school for being too physical and doing what you're supposed to do. But honestly, how much did that help you? Because I saw that you were a wrestler, you played some basketball. Like, how much does that help you as a pro baseball player?
Oh, a ton. Football, I mean, it's a lot of, you're going against another guy. It's a lot mental and it's a lot physical. So just getting beat down, like especially when I was younger, you get beat down, you got to get back up, and you got to go again. Especially on defense, I was never the biggest guy, so playing at a young age just helped out a lot. Really, just facing older guys and getting beat down and having to get back up and do it again.
So it's ridiculous getting kicked out of a football game for being too physical. I think you and I agreed on that. Mm-hmm. He becomes my favorite Mariner, Bob, definitely. But
tough news for
Cal. Yeah, I saw some highlights. You had a nice little whip route for a touchdown, and could you? I mean, you were a punter as well. So tell us about that. And was there any point where you thought maybe you could play football at the next level, or that you'd possibly pick that sport, or has baseball always been?
Honestly, I treated football like a vacation from baseball. I love football. I love the physicality of it. I love scoring a touchdown. I love the energy of Friday night, and that's about all it goes. But gosh, it's fun being out there on the field and giving your all. Because baseball is, you can't white knuckle your bat and swing as hard as you can. Football you can white knuckle it and run through somebody's face, and that was my favorite part.
You seem like you missed that.
I mean, they had a lot of great memories. We had a great team, a lot of fun memories. So yeah.
You wrestled. Did you ever consider MMA or no?
No chance. I wrestled until I was probably like 8 years old and gave it up. I couldn't stand wrestling, I'll be honest.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Hey, your transition at third base, I mean, obviously you hadn't played a ton at third base at the minor league level. You look really natural out there. What's that transition been like for you?
It's kind of something I've dabbled in throughout the whole minor leagues. My dad from a young age told me, learn how to play every position because you never know where you're going to play, But honestly, I just treat shortstop as an extension of, I treat third base as an extension of shortstop and just kind of play the same way. I mean, you're covering less space, but covering a bunt, but I treat it the same.
Hey, Colt, we always rave about what a bunch of good dudes are in this locker room, and is there anybody that stands out that's helped you along the way?
Yeah. JP, Cal, Nails, Julio. I mean, all those guys. Donnie, like I couldn't just name a group. It's everybody. It really is. I mean, the camaraderie, the way this team fights, like a lot of great guys to look up to, and I'm very fortunate to be in a clubhouse with these type of guys.
Before we let you go, is there a stadium you've dreamed of playing in, maybe a pitcher you dreamed of facing, or a team?
Honestly, I'm stoked to go to Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Just being hometown right there, back on the East Coast. I haven't played on the East Coast my whole minor league career, so going on the East Coast is going to be exciting.
Yeah. Congrats on the start, man. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go. There's Colt Emerson. If you guys didn't catch all of that, it'll be available on the podcast page after the show at seattlesports.com. But the biggest bit of news coming out of that, clearly, is that he is now Dave Wyman's favorite player on this team. I mean, I don't know how Cal's got enough to contend with. The poor guy's injured. He's being scrutinized by people, and his number one fan bails on him. I mean, what did he do?
Well, we'll have to work it out,
How are you going to make eye contact with him? He's not even going to look at you. He's going to be like, I'm so disappointed.
Well, the other thing is, when we were walking over there, and I'm talking to him, I was like, yeah, how did that happen? He looks at me, and goes, it was such a bunch of crap. But he said something.
The football
else,
situation.
Yeah. He's like, I was just going over there trying to make a tackle, and I'm like, I know how it goes, man. But
and that's when you professed your love for him.
But you know what else? This is something that we've talked about, and he actually put like a phrase to go along with it. But like we always talk about how baseball, you can't go faster or hustle or whatever or do
the bat.
Yeah, so he's that's kind of the term that he used. You can't white knuckle it. It's kind of the same thing in golf as well. You can't squeeze the crap out of the club. It's not going to help. Yeah. And in football that does. But and that's the thing that he said he appreciated about football. And so I'm like, this guy's not even 21 years old, and he's just incredibly wise. He's talked about trying to be himself, and he said, his teammates are all being themselves, so it makes him comfortable. I thought that was funny. He's like, that was the fastest 92-mile-per-hour fastball I've ever seen. It was the first pitch in the big leagues. But yeah, just a guy that's really, he looked like he was quiet, but he was. I always like it when people can express themselves, and then not only that, he comes up with like these kinds of things that he said here that like you figure out he's a thinker, Bob.
He is. There's things going on up there.
There's lots of stuff going on up there. So yeah, for a young guy, only 20 years old, said some very wise things, and just love the way he's playing.
All right, the Mariners might need to bring the piggyback setup back, but perhaps in a revised form. We're going to get into that next with Wyman and Bob. It's Seattle Sports on 710.
Think you know the Mariners? Not if you aren't subscribed to the Daily Mariners newsletter from Seattle Sports.
That's what they've been waiting for.
The latest Mariners news and injury updates, exclusives from Mariners insider Shannon Dreyer.
You look at the pieces and how it works.
Plus the best takes and breakdowns from your favorite Seattle Sports hosts and contributors.
The Mariners seem to be trying to build something that I think is a little bit more sustainable.
The Daily Mariners newsletter.
Monster solo home run.
Subscribe at seattlesports.com/newsletter.
Are you somebody that's been dealing with a lingering injury? Maybe you're going to physical therapy. Perhaps you're trying everything out there and you feel like, man, I'm going to have surgery. Well, before you do that, do what I did. Go see Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine. I had a hip problem that was going on for years. 14 years of sparring and rolling around in jiu-jitsu had taken its toll. I had arthritis developing. I had an inflamed bursa sac, a frayed tendon, a torn labrum, all kinds of things going on. I thought it's inevitable. I got to get surgery, until I remembered the testimonials. I heard Dave Wyman talking with people, and they were all raving about the 90-minute outpatient procedure with Dr. Wagner. So I went to see him. He took a look at my imaging and said, I can help you. This will help you. And he undersold it. He said, it doesn't fix everything, but it will help. It did more than help. It absolutely changed how I was feeling every single day. And again, it's a stem cell procedure that's 90 minutes outpatient. Dr. Wagner is the most experienced in the Northwest. He's a board-certified physician with over 30 years of experience performing more than 20,000 stem cell procedures. And he only uses your own stem cells to regenerate cartilage in your own joints. So people with severe osteoarthritis, even bone-on-bone, get back to doing what they enjoy doing without pain and without surgery. So whether it's a hip like I had, maybe a shoulder, elbow, ankle, wrist, knee, whatever it is, before choosing surgery, go see Dr. Mark Wagner first. Go to drmarkwagnermd.com. That's drmarkwagnermd.com.
30 years ago, Davis Law Group was founded to be the best law firm for our clients and our community. Our core values are to win, help, and serve. It means our success is defined by the difference we make in our clients' lives and the impact we can have in our community, not by giant settlement checks or shiny offices. Our mission to lift up the vulnerable extends beyond the courtroom to our charity partners, promoting safety, uplifting students, accident victims, foster youth, and the elderly. If you've been injured and want better results for your claim and for all of Washington, call Davis Law Group today.
In 2026, Bay Alarm celebrates 80 years of security. With burglar and fire alarm systems, 24/7 in-house monitoring, and local service, our promise to the Puget Sound remains the same. We got you. Learn more at bayalarm.com.
Stacy here. Sell your car to Wayscar Ford, and when they resell it, they share half their profit with you. That's right. Sell your car to Wayscar Ford, Isuzu, and Auburn. They'll pay you today for your car, and once they resell it, they'll share half their profit with you. WayscarFord.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey, you mind keeping it down up there, please?
KeyBank will meet you in that I need new neighbors moment.
Rick, it's your mortgage loan officer, Beth. I was in the neighborhood and wanted to let you know your home loan application's been approved.
Beth, you're always there for me, and not a moment too soon.
Are your neighbors bowling with grand pianos again?
And apparently raising livestock?
Ew. For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 399797.
The home of the Mariners.
It is gone! Cal Raleigh, 2-run home run!
Hear every pitch on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You deserve a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Switch today. Get started for $60 a month for 12 months when you add an advanced solution to a qualifying internet package. Limited time offer. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and auto pay with bank account required. Taxes and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Hey, it's Doctors King and Copstein from K2 Vision. If you're at the stage where you need readers, whether you've had LASIK or not, it may be time to consider K2 Vision RLE. I tell my King LASIK patients, laser vision correction won't solve the eventual need for reading glasses due to an aging, dysfunctional lens.
But K2 Vision RLE will. It's not a question of if your lens becomes dysfunctional, it's when. At that point, you'll need reading glasses and could benefit from refractive lens exchange. K2 Vision RLE is a quick, painless procedure that restores distance and near vision permanently. In other words, no glasses, no contacts, and no readers.
And no cataracts.
Exactly. After K2 Vision RLE, you will never develop a cataract.
K2 Vision doctors have performed over 150,000 procedures and followed the outcomes. They have the experience to know when it's your right time for RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consult today at K2VisionRLE.com. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Wyman and Bob.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
Weekdays 2 to 7.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
We continue live from T-Mobile Park. It's Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports on 710, seattlesports.com. Our thanks to Colt Emerson. You heard that conversation in the previous segment. If you guys missed it or didn't catch all of it, you'll be able to find it on the podcast page after the show at seattlesports.com. Mariners go out on this lengthy road trip. They're going to play a ton of games in a very short amount of time, so they're going to a 6-man rotation, Dave. We saw them do it once. Now they're going to do it again. We'll see how everybody fares with their own start. Bryce Miller will have his own start, and Luis Castillo will have his own. That's going to go a long way into dictating what they do after this. But let's just play the hypothetical. They're going to go back to the piggyback. Mm-hmm. Perhaps they should think about piggybacking somebody other than Bryce Miller. Mm-hmm. And I would nominate George Kirby. Kirby's not been good over his last 4 starts. Mm-hmm. He had one, actually in there, he had a quality start. He had 6 innings, 3 runs. But he hasn't looked like Kirby. In these 4 starts combined, 21 innings, 17 earned runs. Not good.
No, I mean, it's not like what we've seen from him. And there are times that we've mentioned before that, you know, we had him maybe as the ace or the second in the rotation. Yeah, so I mean, that'll be interesting to see, because that's like a whole nother drama, right?
Yeah, I don't think anybody, and I would him or Gilbert, because Gilbert last night, I mean, he doesn't go deep, and it is weird because he had in 2024 led the league in innings pitched. He was getting deep, but he just, like last night, leadoff hitter, blanking on his name. What's his name, Lefko?
Bench.
Yeah,
Carson Bench.
Yeah, he dinged him for 2 home runs in that game. But his very first AB of the game, 11 pitches. He's just fouling off pitches, and the pitch count's going up. 11 pitches, the very first hitter of the game. So he's had, prior to last night, he had 2 good starts back to back, but it was a total of 11 innings combined in those 2 starts. So Logan's not getting deep. Kirby's not getting deep. I would look to, now we'll see how Miller looks on the road, and maybe he he flames out, or runs out of gas in the 6th inning or something. We'll see. But if we're looking at it right now and making that call today and saying, yes, we are going to go to the piggyback once we get through this stretch of games, I would look at doing it with Kirby or Gilbert, and I don't imagine either one of them would be in favor of it. I think anybody in the rotation would be in favor. I don't think Miller loves it, but he's got a little less ground to stand on because he'd been hurt, and so they're trying to work him in and get that pitch count up. The other guys, they've been here. I don't, as much as I think if we're doing the right thing for the team, I don't care about feelings. Mm-hmm. I'm not worried about who's mad, who's not. We're doing what's best for the team. Then, assuming Bryce goes out and pitches well like he has so far, I'm looking at Kirby and Gilbert as my top 2 candidates to piggyback if they're going to stick with that.
I agree, and I got to imagine that they've had that conversation. That, like, hey, this time it's Bryce. We might have to have it be Logan.
And they did say that earlier, right, Lefko? Am I wrong? They did say, hey, they were going to move it around or something like that. They made a comment to that to that effect. I don't remember the exact verbiage, but they made it clear, at least initially, it wasn't always going to be Miller and Castillo, right?
Yeah, I can't remember the context of that, because at first I thought they meant they were going to switch it up, which they did with who's going to actually start, Castillo or Bryce, but then, they said it could shift, so it was all very vague. Yeah. And it was so new. Who knows? I'm sure it's an evolving plan.
I think they're figuring it out. Yeah, it's evolving.
And look, I think if they do get angry about it or upset or whatever, and somebody throws a glove or whatever, that's fine. They're competitors, okay? But I don't have any, like when we talk about Kirby or Logan not liking it, I think they both are entirely committed to winning games. Yeah. And if they think it can do that. So I just would say as a fan, don't overreact if you see something negative. It's just not natural for them. So it's totally understandable. But I guarantee you that we talk about all the time about how connected this clubhouse is. And, I don't for 1 second think that, Logan or Kirby would be selfish about it.
I would hope
pissed off.
Yeah.
I really don't think that. The one guy that I really am excited to see just get his own start is Bryce Miller.
Yeah.
I think he
pitched well.
I think we're at the end of the year we're going to look back and Hancock has just been amazing, but I don't know, he has pitched really well. He has a ton of confidence. For 21 innings, he's given up 15 hits and only 4 earned runs, and giving up a couple homers. But he just looked different. He just looks like he is ready to take off. So I'm really rooting for him because, first of all, I thought that first piggyback experience, they lost that game, correct? Was that extra inning game?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was kind of a disaster. They brought in Ferrer, and then the whole thing. Yeah. So he handled that so well. So I think he deserves to have success, and I think he will.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm interested to see what does Luis Castillo look like. Does it change for it? Because he's looked really good in those 3 piggyback starts. Yeah, he gave up a couple runs, but compared to who he had been the rest of the season, he pitched much better. His ERA in those 3 games was like 2.38, whereas Bryce was 1.15.
Yeah,
just incredible. So we'll see what they do when it's their own.
Lefko's running out of steam down there. It's like a 1.5 pound computer, and his arms are shaking.
Yeah, they're getting a little rubbery there. But
you got to get him in the weight room.
Yeah. All right, that's going to do it for us. Our thanks to Colt Emerson for joining us on the program. If you guys missed any part of today's show, you can find it on the podcast page at seattlesports.com. Click the podcast tab, click on her picture. It's right there. You got Game 1 of the NBA Finals coming up next. We'll talk to you tomorrow with Wyman and Bob.
Have you downloaded the Seattle Sports app?
We're going to have a challenge right here.
What are you waiting for?
Listen to this.
Every pitch.
Here comes the 3-2.
Every game.
Swung on and missed. Got him.
One app for free.
How about that, folks?
The Seattle Sports app. Every game.
Julio racing back.
Right in the palm of your hands.
Makes a leap and makes the catch.
Plus the latest Mariners news, insider access, video, and podcasts.
They got it. Wow.
The Seattle Sports app.
This is Rick Jones of Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. As a family law attorney, I know firsthand the challenges and obstacles men face in divorce and custody matters. Our firm is committed to protecting what matters most, and we're on your team. Find us at goldbergjones.com.
Olympic Hot Tub has terrific ways to achieve total wellness at home. Saltwater hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges, all waiting for you. See our current specials with exciting savings at olympichottub.com. Better you, better life.
We live in one of the most beautiful places on Earth, and owning your own deck is a great way to enjoy it. But finding the right decking solution can be overwhelming. That's why all 9 of our Puget Sound locations offer decking showrooms so you can get your hands and toes on the more than 60 decking options we carry. So if you have any questions about building, maintaining, or repairing your deck, contact me personally. Mike Dunn at dunlumber.com.
TimberTech Vintage Collection Decking. On sale now at Dunn Lumber.
Okay, I have to tell you. I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying... just beautiful...
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. It's a fruity candy flavor explosion, and I mean explosion. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots, a zero-sugar treat that's sweet tooth approved. These can take care of my candy cravings and provides a tasty caffeine kick without all the sugar. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Get candy-flavored chaos with Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-895-1414. That's 800-895-1414.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Power your drive with Mobil 1 Motor Oil. Buy 5 quarts, get $15 back, and score a fast and furious prize after rebate at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.